totally understand that for a lot of us, hope is a very day-to-day thing. But there's also seasons in our life where we just have had a collapse of hope. And hope becomes something that almost seems like a pipe dream. And back in the 1990s, I know that dates me, but I had this very distinct collapse of hope. Mindy and I had gone to Boston to plant a church, and I had some of the people who I most thought were on my team actually leave the team and basically say they were leaving because of me. And I was pretty much devastated. But it caused me to start just asking a lot of questions. And some of those questions weren't helpful. But one thing that I did do was listen to a mentor, a guy named Steve, who invited me to go with him to a monastery in Cambridge, Massachusetts, which was definitely an out-of-body experience for me and something I'd never done before or had thought of doing. But I went to this monastery, and while I was there, I had to be quiet all day and not talk to anybody. And what I found was there was life in being quiet when I'd been filling my mind with so much garbage of all the ways I'd failed. Well, when I was there, I had the opportunity to sit down with the friar, a guy named John, who was this big guy wearing a big black robe, had a big white beard, kind of looked like Santa Claus in black. And as I sat with John just asked me to tell my story. And so I told John my story, and while I was telling it, he just sat there and listened and said, mm-hmm. And then afterwards, I don't know how long I'd talked for, John finally just looked at me right in the eye and he said, "Jeff, you are okay." And I just burst into tears. Those few words, "Jeff, you are okay." You know, sometimes I think we just need someone who can listen to us and tell us that we are okay. Because I kept thinking that I had to prove that I was all together, that I didn't struggle. Authentic hope allows us to live in the reality that there are things that are really challenging for us right now, in relationships, in health, junk going on in the world. But in the midst of it, those with hope can hear the voice of another person, or best case from God, just say, "You are okay." How can you hear that voice? Maybe I just need to tell you, you are okay. It's important for us to not live in la-la land, but also choose to believe that God has not abandoned us, that right now you are okay. So that's where I am with you today, and I look forward as we continue this journey of hope to watch all of us live with greater hope and really, really be okay.